This is day 26 of the garden, and what is drawing me is the beautiful smell of the gardenia. Mmm, what a beautiful, sweet floral scent that is filling the air with such joy and happiness. I wish I could capture the scent in this video, but we'll go ahead and start with the garden. And here is the curly mint. From where it was to where it is now, it has just exploded, along with the lime mint and the fennel. I am going to need to move that fennel. It looks like it wants to grow tall and strong, so I'm going to need to move it so it has more space to do so. The lilies are getting bigger. You can see those buds getting bigger, and I expect them to burst into bloom any any time now over the next week or so. This watermelon is growing up and right on out of this planter, so looking forward to it continuing to grow. And what will happen is when it does get those melons, which will be a little heavy, they will lay on this mat and they will soak up the sun to grow and get sweet. Now, this is actually magnificent. Look at that beautiful golden flower. It almost looks orange, which is the favorite color of someone that I know. So look at that as it's growing from the base of the squash. And look at the size of the squash right now. So it looks like it's going to be time to harvest these probably in the next week or so, but we'll just monitor the growth and how they're doing. But it's just so exciting to see the fruit of labor. But look at how beautiful that is, that squash, and that beautiful flower, which again looks orange. So we're going to come on over here. Here's the strawberry plant. It is a spreader, and it is spreading throughout this container. And it looks like the lime says, I'm still here, and I'm taking care of you and protecting you. So this is the lemon thyme. And I planted these two together because the lemon thyme is a good companion plant to strawberry to help to combat certain bugs. And that's kind of the theme of the garden, is that certain things are planted together to kind of protect one another. Here's the cucumber plant, and look at all of these flowers. This plant is really taking off, and as you can see, it's growing up, it's growing out. So this little trellis, it's too small. So I'll probably need to get a bigger one or just allow it to grow over the rail of the deck. So really excited because wherever there's a bloom, there's a little prickly growth. This looks like it's going to be the cucumber and the flowers growing from it. We've got the dill, and underneath we have the carrots. And because the carrots grow into the ground and everything else grows up, that's why I've planted these together. And as you can see, the carrots seem fine with that arrangement. You can see all of these carrot tops, which are really delicious in the recipe. They actually taste like carrots. The dill is doing great. The spinach, I'm going to go ahead and harvest most of it today. As you can see, there are this cone structure there. And what that means is that some of this plant is doing what we call bolting. And that means is that extreme heat that we had over the last couple of days really kind of impacted. It did it before, and I cut that part out, and it looked like I thought it was going to revive. You can see this one seems like it's still okay, but those look like it's time. And what that means is that heat, that stress, is causing it to move into a season of reseeding and saying, okay, I'm done for this growing season, and I'm ready for the next one. So I am going to go ahead and harvest and see if I can preserve. I'm going to harvest this spinach and see if I can preserve these seeds for next year. This is the beet plant. And look at it there. You can see it growing out of the ground. Excuse me, out of the soil. So that looks pretty good. Here is the sage from last night that was just looked like it was left for dead. And also the lettuce, which has been revived. So I am going to harvest some of this lettuce, especially these leaves that look a little bit distressed, and then just keep it watered. But it's amazing what a little liquid gold will do for a plant. And look how beautiful the sage is this morning, as well as the chamomile. It was looking a little peaked last night as well. So everything in here looks like it's coming back to life. It just needs a little water. We've got the different lettuce that is grown, and I am going to harvest some of this today. The red tail, the romaine, we've got some chard over there, and the sage is growing nicely and protecting this harvest. Now we have the relative to the squash, which is the zucchini. And look how beautiful that is. It also has sort of an orange flower that's growing from the base of the actual zucchini. So there's the zucchini, there's a beautiful flower, and here's a beautiful flower, and there's a zucchini that's going to grow under that. And the oregano, it's doing its thing and hanging in there. It's a bit of a spreader, but it's designed to protect as well as to grow, and it's doing its thing. This looked a little peaked last night too. I had to water it. This tomato plant has just exploded. As you can see, the flowers. I have ordered an additional trellis because this one's too small. It can't contain it, but tomorrow I should have a new trellis and it will have a place to grow. I did put some water on the basil last night because it was looking a little weary, and as you can see, it's come back to life, and I'm going to harvest a few pieces of that today. The verbena is growing into a bush, and so it's getting fuller, and it has the scent of lemon, and it's lovely. The lavender, it's doing pretty well. As you can see, there's some parts that were dead here, but when I saw that life come out of it, I just didn't have the heart to cut any more back, so I'm just going to let it grow. And as you can see, there are some purple blooms that are going to start to come from this plant, which are lovely. We've got the peppermint growing well. The red peppers are coming along. I was a little concerned about this plant earlier, but it looks like they're coming along, and as you can see, those white flowers are growing, which indicates to me there is some fruit. I see something on the leaves. I'm gonna clean those off and do a little research to see what that is, but I am going to clean that off and then find out what might be going on with that plant. This is the corn on the cob. It was growing tall before I left town, and so I saw a mark on the house, and I thought, well, that'll be an indication how tall it grows, and it has exceeded that spot, so it's continuing to grow, and I expect it to grow even taller, so it is pretty exciting. So this is the garden, and this is what has happened over the time that I've been gone, and this is day 26. The aroma is beautiful out here, so it's a wonderful scent. The birds are chirping and everything is growing and alive. So it is a wonderful day for the 26th day of the garden.